Welcome back. So it's a bit of a different morning because the implied open is telling us that our color is red, but otherwise Asian markets have been green. So maybe the bulls take a bit of a breather. They've had a good run so far. Markets up almost 2.5% at an index level. So perhaps start off on a bit of a consolidation note, and then we see if the day gets better from there. Our team is standing by with a list of stocks to watch this Friday morning. So let's straight away get to it, guys. Morning to all of you. Rima, Wipro has done an acquisition. There's such spotlight on IT companies, right, that they need to do something to shake up growth. What's this about? What's the company?
Well, let's run you through the details. Wipro has acquired a company called Digital Transformation Solutions, DTS, which is a business unit of a company called Harman, which is a Samsung company. Wipro will be paying $375 million all cash for this acquisition. The EV to sales is at 1.2. Now, this is not very expensive, but DTS has not grown for the last 3 years. The acquired company's revenues should come up for you on your screen. In calendar year 2022, the revenues were 315, and even in calendar year 2024, the revenues were exactly 314.5. So revenues have not grown. Also, margins are likely to be lower. In fact, the company's indicated that there could be a margin hit on account of integration costs and a higher on-site presence. That said, analysts are still fairly upbeat because, one, it adds to their revenues. It will add, once completely integrated, you get a full year's benefit. It could add about 3%. And secondly, it expands their capabilities in ER&D, which is a fast-growing space. So there could be, maybe a bit of a, EPS hit on the back of this acquisition, but it's a capability boost and it does add to the company's top line.
Okay, all right, Rima, thanks for that. Well, let's hop across to Vivek. He's here to tell us about Apollo Hospitals. We're expecting a large trade out there. Vivek, tell us more.
Well, good morning. That's right. So Apollo Hospitals expect a large trade. So what we understand from our sources is that one of the promoters, Sunita Reddy, is looking to sell close to 1.25% of the total equity. Remember, the total promoter holding, including all of the promoters, is slightly in excess of 29%. So the total quantum of this particular block deal could be in the range of 1,400 crore. And the floor price is at a minor discount to yesterday's close at 7,747 rupees a share. There is a lockup on further sale of shares of 90 days. So expect a mild red as far as Apollo Hospitals is concerned today.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Vivek. Well, I'm looking at Vedanta. Stocks in focus. The board has approved the second interim dividend of around 16 rupees for FY26. This interim dividend amounts to around 6,200 crores, and the promoter entity, by way of holding close to 56% stake in the company, they get around 3,500 crores. Now, this is good because it fulfills this year's obligation with regard to Vedanta Resources, and it helps in deleveraging the parent Vedanta Resources. So this is positive because we're only halfway through the year, but almost the entire fiscal's obligation at Vedanta Resources, the parent has got fulfilled, which is a bit of an overhang on the stock normally. Last 1 year, if you look at it, Vedanta as well as Nifty more or less flattish. But Vedanta has given dividends of around 55 rupees. That amounts to around 12% yield. So that's why it's been a dividend-paying machine. If you just look at that dividend that they've been paying. And Citi, they retain their buy rating. For the year, they are factoring in 40 rupees per share of dividend. Already 23 rupees has come out. They say, though, that concerns around the demerger delay, that could keep the stock range-bound in the near term. But dividend bonanza coming in for shareholders. So expect the stock to open up with some green. Well, let's hop across to Vinny. She's here to tell us about some stocks in the news. Vinny?
Hi, good morning, Nigel. So let me start with our systems. Now, we're expecting green. Why? Because they've acquired a company called Novigio Solutions. This is for 400 crores as the cash consideration. Plus, there's going to be a stock-linked EBITDA performance amount that they'll be paying as well through the year. So that is something that we'll be keeping an eye out on. Now, they expect this acquisition to be EPS accretive, since the first year itself. Looking at the financials of the company that they're acquiring, revenue for Novigio was around 264 crores on FY25. They've seen a very strong CAGR growth over the last 3 years of 44% as well. And 25% is the EBITDA margin. So no concern on that front. EPS accretive and green expected for the stock. Piramal Pharma now, in partnership with New Amsterdam Pharma, they have upgraded one of their facilities in Pennsylvania. Now, this is their specializing. They've opened up a special unit that you could say that is coming in for oral solid dosage. So that will give them an efficiency in terms of producing these dosages as well. So that's why we are expecting green here. Other than that, Titagarh Rail, that's the other one we are keeping an eye out on. They've got an order or letter of intent from Garden Reach Shipbuilders for around 467 crores. So green expected here. Texmaco Rail also will be in focus on the back of an order win of around 103 crores for BCBFG wagons as well as BVCM wagons as well, vans as well that will be producing. And this order will be delivered within 10 months. So keep an eye out on that.
All right, Vinny, thank you very much for that. More stocks with news flow. Ria is here with that list. Ria, morning.
Well, yes, morning. Let's take a look at SJVN first. Positive news flow on this one. The first unit, which is 660 megawatts out of the total 1,320 megawatts of the Buxar thermal power project, has been successfully synchronized with the national grid. And with this, it is expected that this will enhance the company's total energy generation capacity, as well as further strengthen the energy portfolio of the company as well. And the total project is expected to generate about 9,828 million units of electricity annually. Moving on to Hikal, negative news flow for this stock. They've received a warning letter from the US FDA for the Jagani unit at Bangalore, which was inspected between the 3rd and the 7th of February in 2025. The last stock is PTC Industries. They've bagged an order worth rupees 110 crores from BrahMos Aerospace for the supply of critical titanium castings, and the execution period for the order is 24 months.
Okay, all right, got it. Ria, thanks very much for that. Let's quickly recap our list of stocks to watch. The ones that have positive news flow this morning would be Wipro, Vedanta, R Systems, Piramal Pharma, Titagarh Rail Systems, Texmaco Rail and Engineering, SJVN and PTC Industries. So lots of green today on the list. Only 2 stocks in negative territory, Apollo Hospitals as well as Hikal. Okay, so that's the stock list of the morning. Let's find out what's happening.